Alright, I'm back with part 2 of this two-part series where I rebuild my desktop into a Thermaltake Core P90 case and I mount it to the wall. I've got the PC sitting here next to me. I've taken the glasses off and the legs off, and with those off, it should be a little bit easier to get up on the wall because with everything in total, it was weighing in at a staggering 42 pounds. The glass itself weighed about 9 pounds, so they took a big chunk off to get off and try and make the weight a little bit easier to get it up onto the arms once I've got the arms bolted to the wall. I've already got the back plate onto the PC, and I've already marked the spots on the wall to bolt in the arms, so this should go pretty easily. I hope I continue to come up with excuses to use power tools for this channel, because when doing standard PC work, you don't tend to get to. So I've already got the pilot holes drilled into the stud. I am a little disappointed that I have to use the second stud over, because the corner stud is just not going to work because the thickness of the bracket would not allow me to bolt it to the center of that stud, and I'm not trying to let this PC come crashing down. So I'm going to have this arm swing over. It's going to be more visible than I would like. I would rather it just be completely hidden behind the PC case, but I'm not going to do something dangerous with this mounting. So let's get this up here. So leave it to my disappointment. I thought I was going to get to use power tools, but these are just not going in with a Phillips head on my drill, and I don't have a socket adapter for my drill. So yeah, I could probably drill the pilot holes a little bit larger, but I drilled them to the size the instruction manual says, so I don't want to risk that. So instead, you're just going to get a sped up socketing montage. Ratcheting it. This was a big enough pain that I did end up going and buying a socket adapter for my drill so I wouldn't have to deal with this in the future. Though I can't be 100% sure my little drill would have been enough to drill into these studs. These things were pretty tough to get in. I really think the instructions did require kind of smaller pilot holes than these screws needed, but as I said earlier in the video, I wasn't going to kind of risk drilling them larger and messing with the studs and having these not fit right and having this fall over. So this took me this is sped up 600%, and it's about a minute, so it probably took me like 6 minutes to screw all these in. Alright, we are looking good. I got it all ratcheted in now. The entire thing is feeling solid. I did some stress testing on it with the camera off. I'm feeling pretty confident to at least stick this heavy PC up onto it. So all we gotta do is kind of slide it on, and then there's two little bolts built into the back plate that'll go into where you see the little slide bar on that. Bolt those in, and we're good to go. This thing really is heavy and awkward to lift. So let's see how I can make this easiest for me. Alright, we're on. And it looks like it's holding. Just gotta put these nuts on the back of the PC. Probably gonna change the angle of this so it lifts up. It has a little angle thing on the back of it to alter it. And it looks like it's slightly forward angled. There we have it. PC mounted. That is honestly terrifying, and I'm probably not going to be comfortable with it until it's sat up there for like at least a month. Well, if it comes crashing down, at least I have an excuse to build a new rig, right? Just hopefully I'm not sitting here when it happens. So I'm gonna take some time, get the glass panels back up on there, and then I'm gonna run the wiring for it. One big thing I'm gonna be missing is I need something to run the wiring down the wall because it's just gonna look awful. Whatever, no big deal there. I just gotta get one of those, I don't know what they're called, but cable runs. The big problems that I already knew were going to be a problem before I even did this. This PC case has a power button, a reset button, a headphone jack, a mic jack, and 4 USB ports on the top that are essentially useless, and I'm going to have to stand on the chair, most likely, to reach the power button. I kind of saw that coming. Maybe another project will be to route a power button down through the cable channeling. We'll see what happens. It's been about a week since I first hung this up there. I actually lost the footage I originally shot for this ending bit due to some audio issues, so I'm kind of getting to reshoot this now a week later and talk about it in, past tense a bit with how it's been. Overall, I've been happy with the project. I got to move my monitors back a bit and give myself a bit more mouse room now that the tower's not on my desk anymore. I like the way it looks hanging up there, though I will say if you were going to do some kind of wall mounting yourself, if it appeals to you, I would go with a Core P5 or a Core P3. The size on this one is really ridiculous, and though I enjoy it, I don't think I would in general recommend it to other people. Though if it does appeal to you, I did like the case a lot and I would go with it. Overall, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe. I'd love to keep making content. I've got lots of things planned, such as showing my arcade cabinet and doing upgrades to that. I'll be working on that soon. And I've also got some tech talks comparing hardware, PC upgrades that you might want to do in the moment, and kind of discussing them based on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and kind of what PC gaming might be worth buying now or even waiting because of that. So if you have any interest in that, please subscribe and stay tuned for those.